All right, I think we're almost ready on the back end here to start. Should be another 20 seconds. Alrighty, I'm just going to switch over the game now. All right, well, welcome back to another stream of hardcore Fallout New Vegas. This time we're going to actually try and get onto the strip instead of just bumming around in Freeside like we did last time. Although we did a lot of helpful things here in Freeside. We helped the Kings with their whole problem with the NCR. We helped the followers a little bit. We brokered a deal between them and the Atomic Wrangler, a casino out here in Freeside. We also helped a few of the addicts that were sitting around town that had been of a help to Freeside before, but were a little preoccupied due to their addiction. So, in this episode, I think we're going to try and at least get on the strip and maybe see what the whole dealio is there. I think it'll be a good time. You just have to excuse me one more moment. All right, I think we're ready to start proper now. I'm just going to check and see if we even have enough money to get on the strip. We're a little bit short. We're going to have to sell some things. Good intro. Immediately having to go to the store to pawn off goods.
It can be bought. It can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
I feel we have enough things in our bag that we can just pawn it off. I'll have to excuse all the dead vagrants out here.
Evening.
I think Ralph.
Playing debt collector for the
quite
Garrets, huh? I guess someone has to do their dirty work.
Quite the cap load on him for us to trade with. So we'll
Take a gander.
Well, I guess both him and his brother, his friend. I never actually looked up what they were. They might have some combined caps that we can take. Anyways, we'll get rid of our frag grenades and our frag mines because I don't use frag mines ever. Frag grenades are pretty decent, but unless you're running a pure explosives build, I would never use any of the mines unless it's like a edge case scenario.
Give me a shout if you need. Thanks for stopping.
We'll talk to his
I heard about some things you've done around town. Nice to know someone is helping out for a change.
Well, luckily he has some caps for us. Just enough for us to pass the credit check, which is what we needed. Well, whatever. I'll just take all this money.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Come back.
Well, now that we have enough money, let's get to the strip, shall we?
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work, and said to give you this.
So, the benefit of helping Freeside is you will have this dude, one of the king's followers, come up to you every so often just to give you free goods. It's both beneficial and slightly annoying, but I think it's tolerable enough just because of the stuff, free stuff it gives you. How many caps do we need? We need at least 2,000, which we now have. They're pulling a little classism on everyone out here. That sounds a little dangerous. We can finally talk to this robot now, though.
Submit to a credit check, or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot. Thank you, sir. You may proceed.
The good thing is he actually doesn't take your caps. He just wants to see if you have enough caps to get on the strip. You can also search this thug if you really want. The Securitrons do not care in the slightest. Oh, welcome to,
That's it. Keep moving.
the strip.
Howdy, partner. You've come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas. Consider me your personal welcome wagon. Now hear this. The head honcho of New Vegas, Mr. House, is itching to make your acquaintance. Just head for the Lucky 38. It's the big old tower shaped like a roulette spinner.
So, we're going to do that. We'll talk to Mr. House right away. There's no real downside to just straight up going to the tops to find Benny, but...
Yeah, partner. That's the spirit.
I
He'll
like
be
the
waiting
story,
for you.
so we'll follow the story's path.
Oh, those last 5 shots were a bad idea.
Now, if I haven't mentioned this before, and or me not skipping over the intro cutscene, the reason we are on the strip is because we are searching for the person who shot us in the face, which would be Benny, the chairman, I believe, of the Tops Casino, or at least one of the chairmen. So we're kind of here to hunt him down, but we can take a little pit stop first.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on.
Also, I don't know
Come back
why
soon
Victor had
now.
to jump from this Securitron, or from that other Securitron to this Securitron. Why he didn't just wheel himself up in front of the doors. But limitation of the game, I suppose. Now, before we go upstairs, there is something I do want to snag here, just quickly. You can find one of the unique weapons of this game, the Golden Gloves, just kind of sitting right here for you. They're not the best weapons if you want to use them as weapons, mainly because they cause something called fatigue damage, which just ends in giving human characters knockouts. If you use them against robots, then they will destroy, but you know, if you're trying to do a challenge playthrough where you just knock out everyone, or unarmed knockouts, they're probably the best weapon for that.
Where to, partner?
So we'll head on down to the penthouse.
Penthouse floor.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
We'll chat to this lady after we talk to Mr. House, I think.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer.
Quite the imposing setup they have you stare at.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see?
Like, honestly, just having working neon lights in the post-apocalyptic, I can't speak. Post-apocalyptic setting is quite impressive, in my personal opinion.
Of course you haven't. Vegas always was one of a kind. What you see down on the Strip is just a fraction of the city's former glory, and yet, more than an echo, I preserved its spirit. Or perhaps you were referring to the Lucky 38? The years haven't been kind to her, but still she manages to impress.
Anyways, we'll just give them the short answer rundowns.
Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing a high-stakes game ever since Victor dug you out of the ground. Don't be afraid to admit it. The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough.
I mean, yeah, but I'm a curate. Connection lost. How do you lose connection when you're in the same building? Yeah, I'll ask some questions.
What did you wish to know?
Tell me about Benny. We haven't met him much or talked to him much.
Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I'd planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, none of this would have happened.
I don't like his use of the word grooming there.
To achieve my aims, I require a capable human agent to perform certain tasks. I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case, you've come along. A more than suitable replacement.
Very honest, isn't he?
I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistakenly convinced himself that he could use it to his own ends. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be. Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean? Goodsprings is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the site after Benny and the others had departed.
You know, considering the armor that Benny has and his gun, I don't think he would have been a match for a Securitron at all. It's not the most DT that his armor gives you.
What else did you want to know? It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his private suite on the 13th floor of the Tops. It's more complicated than that. The chairmen share what you might call a tribal affinity. Look for a man named Swank, Benny's second-in-command. He's always been a reliable, if unimaginative, employee. Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. If you have evidence of Benny's crimes, show it to him. By contract, Securitrons are to enter the casinos only when invited by the 3 families, or if other extraordinary circumstances arise. The moment I send one into the Tops, Benny will know I'm on to him.
I mean, that's pretty fair. I would also be a little suspicious if that happened if I was Benny.
If you were to approach Benny in public, you might be able to leverage his fear of exposure to make him agree to meet with you in private. Sneaking into Benny's suite on the 13th floor would be very difficult, but not impossible. There might be guards. Certainly there'd be a sturdy lock on his front door.
How else are you Sully gonna say you need to pick his lock?
What else did you want to know?
That sounded bad in phrasing. Anyways, we'll ask what the platinum chip is.
It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. It was lost a long time and difficult to find. That's all you need to know about it for this stage of our enterprise. Fulfill your contract, deliver the chip, and good things will come your way.
We have a little bit of speech. We can try and snake some more information out of him.
You might keep an eye out for any computers that Benny's been using. Maybe even a computer lab of some sort. That's simply not true. I am the only person to hold any rights pertaining to the chip. I designed it, and I paid for it, dearly. To develop that chip, I spent a sum of US dollars. Not the bottle caps that pass as currency these days, but a sum beyond counting. For decades, I paid salvagers to comb the ruins for it. And when it was finally discovered, tens of thousands of caps spent to have it brought here. We know how that turned out. Complete your contract, and it will be the last time I pay for the chip. Save your questions for them.
You know, as much as he had, like, he does kind of have a right to not tell me about the chip, I think me getting shot in the face kind of trumps that right a little bit. I feel like you can divulge a little bit of information on what was so important about it that involved me getting a bullet in the brain. Actually, 2 bullets in the brain, I'm pretty sure.
You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them, dummies, so to speak? Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of approach. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I might as well have been announcing to the world, "This is important. Attack this." I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home.
Oh, it's always like that, isn't it? It's always on the inside.
Frontal assaults on casinos, not good for business. In any case, Benny would see it coming, and all he'd have to do is hold the chip up and point a pistol at it. Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't know that I know he has the chip. Let's not squander it.
I mean, fair enough point.
What else did you want to know?
Tell me about yourself, Mr. House.
I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the New Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The 3 families are my employees. Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries, a vast computer and robotics corporation.
I mean, pretty fair question. You're not exactly standing in front of me as a flesh and blood person.
Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicon.
No, I just pointed out that you aren't.
I see you've made a study of the topic. My knowledge of the science of longevity would fill several textbooks. Perhaps after a decade or 2 of economic reconstruction, I can commercialize these technologies and offer them to others, such as yourself. Let's just say it was very costly. But I was willing to make the sacrifices longevity entailed, financial and otherwise. We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to supplement my Securitrons and renovated the Strip just in time to welcome the NCR as it marched into the region. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the money started to pour in. What else did you want to know? It's understandable that you'd be curious about this topic, but we'll hold off until the platinum chip has been recovered. What else did you want to know?
Seems he's not going to really tell us much until we get the platinum chip back.
My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that?
How about you pay me more?
Very well. 5 times the bonus. Not 1 cap more.
Yeah, I think that's good enough.
Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss?
Yeah, I think going through the questions just brings us back to the same dialogue tree we were in just a second ago.
Until then.
So we'll just leave. Yeah, quite the guy, House. Definitely ruthless businessman type, if I've ever seen one.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
Oh, we'll ask about the robot now.
I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well.
Sorry, I have Fisto for that.
Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. There's the 3 families, the casinos, the other attractions. What would you like to know?
Well, House won't tell us about what's going on here, but at least this nice robot lady will.
They're just new money, Sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated, but between you and me, they're not far off from tribals. Emeritus especially are just awful brutes. The chairman and the White Glove Society at least pretend to have some culture. Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. But these days, there are 3 open to the public. The Tops, the Ultra Lukes, and Gamora. And the Lucky 38, of course. But we're not open to the public. You're a special case, Sugar. Well, let's see. The NCR has an embassy here, but why you'd want to go talk to a bunch of boring old politicians, I surely don't know. Oh, and the Vault 21 Hotel and Gift Shop has an adorable collection of old Vault-Tec memorabilia. And I suppose if you like neon signs, you might check out Michelangelo's sign shop.
There's definitely a few places we'll have to check out on the strip here.
Anything you like, Sugar? Why, Sugar, he's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we? Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from all those nasty tribes that used to live here? Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons to do it, but that counts in my book.
Yes. Single-handedly being the general from behind a desk.
Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside, but on the inside, my neurocomputational matrix is an exact copy of Mr. House's favorite girl.
That's a little disturbing. Not gonna lie. Just a little weird.
Mr. House has a lot of needs, Sugar. I take care of all of them, and a lady doesn't kiss and tell. Then maybe you shouldn't pry into a lady's particulars, hmm? Anything you like, Sugar?
So, there's something weird that happens with this dialogue tree. You can ask her about the snow globe collection. I think it's one of the things that we picked up in the old Mormon fort last time I streamed this. Without actually having talked to Mr. House about his snow globe collection. They just don't flag it as not being able to, like, access for... I guess they just didn't code it properly, but it's just always been a little weird in my opinion.
Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. You'll get a reward, of course. In fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38, you might even find it.
You actually do get quite a decent amount of caps for finding these snow globes.
You do? Why, that's just wonderful.
Almost as much
I'll take it and put it with
as
the
it would
rest of
have
the collection.
made to get through the... I can't speak. Almost as much as it would have been to get through the credit check the first time. Had she have just been standing outside the gate, we could have just easily gotten in.
This is the Lucky 38 Resort and Casino, or it used to be. Mr. House has kept the place locked up tight for ages now. Nobody comes in or out. Why, I'm a Robco PDQ 88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose. We're the finest in personal civil robotic security on the market.
Why do I imagine her just trying to bonk you on your nose with her giant, like, Securitron arms when she says that? Just feels like something that would happen.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
So this is where we're going to be sending our companions that we meet on this playthrough. We're just going to chuck a majority of them into the presidential suite until we're either ready to do their quest or, well, we might just leave them there depending on who they are. But because we're in hardcore, it is more of a risk to be traveling with them, so we'll keep them on ice until we need them. We are going to head to the cocktail lounge just quickly because we can grab the other snow globe that Jane was talking about quite easy. It's just behind this little cash register here. You can also take the pre-war money, sell. We're also going to be using the presidential suite as our kind of base of operations, I guess. More just where we're going to keep all of our stuff. Stuff that we're not using. Our guns, our apparel, our everything. If I can find a wardrobe or something for it. Here we are. So I'm probably going to chuck most of the heavy shit in here, because this being hardcore, carrying all that stuff just is not worth it. Thankfully, we don't have too much stuff that we really need to get rid of. Although we could probably dump all this flamer fuel because we're not going to be using the incinerator anytime soon. Same with probably all the energy. Weapon ammo. I don't think we'll be using energy weapons too much this run. Or at least not until later. So we'll head on back
Where
down.
to, partner? Casino floor.
I'm just going to check my stats real quick. I think we might be able to go talk to Benny normally
Hey,
now.
you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Although we are going to be getting a lot of messages while we're on the strip here. This one basically just tells us that we need to go see Crocker. Which we can do.
Wow. That's crazy.
And everyone here's kind of
Nobody has ever been inside that place.
a little amazed that you've been in
Check
Lucky
that out. He just
38.
left the Lucky 38.
Oh, it's a one-time thing. They won't care afterwards.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night, some girl was pounding on my door all night. Finally, I had to let her out. What? I've been in love with the same woman for 17 years. If my wife ever finds out...
Also, a good thing about these magazine vending things is A, they're not stealing. B, they all give you a magazine, which is quite helpful. There's a few of them on the strip that you can open. But we'll just head on over to the NCR quickly. Talk to Crocker after he gave us that message.
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. How can I help you? Ambassador Crocker can be found in his office through the door to my right and at the end of the hall.
Cool. I think that's all I really want to talk to her about.
Help you?
He's just sitting right here.
I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job. I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either.
I mean, sure.
To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munition stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me?
I mean, we'll definitely find them at some point.
Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they will help us.
So, we'll get a little bit of information out of him, I think.
Thanks for doing this. Remember, we need their resources to help us in the upcoming battle. Do whatever it takes. Interested in politics, huh? Well, grab a seat and get comfortable.
No.
I've been in
definitely
politics
not.
quite a while now. Always had the drive to do it even when I was young. It's just something I was drawn to. I started my career over 20 years ago back in the NCR as the local mayor and worked my way up from there. I managed President Kimball's first run for a seat on the council. I suppose that's why I have this ambassadorship.
That's cool. I would really like to ask about anything else.
Oh, yes. Sure. Ask away. I can provide a quick history lesson, if that's what you're looking for. In 2274, President Kimball sent the NCR Army into the Mojavian Force with the objective of occupying and repairing Hoover Dam. Rangers and Army scouts had confirmed that the dam was basically unoccupied and could be restored to an operable condition. Upon arriving at the dam, however, they discovered that a large force of tribals and robots had occupied it. This was our introduction to the three families, the Securitrons and, of course, Mr. House. Using his Securitrons as intermediaries, Mr. House called for parley. He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it for...
Little Fallout New Vegas glitch
He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it for our arrival, and that he was ready to turn it over to us, so long as we could agree to terms. Those terms became the Treaty of New Vegas. The treaty recognized Mr. House's sovereignty over the Strip and granted us rights to establish military bases at the dam and McCarran Airport. The NCR is legally permitted to send 95% of the electricity produced by the dam to our home states. The remaining 5% goes to the Strip. The treaty actually makes it illegal for the NCR to prevent its citizens or troops on furlough from visiting the Strip. Once on the Strip, our citizens are subject to arrest or punishment by House's Securitrons, though that's a rare occurrence. Our troops enjoy a different status. It's illegal for the Securitrons to take action against them. Of course, it's also illegal for our troops to carry firearms on the Strip, so there isn't much trouble they can get into. Our military police does an adequate job of keeping the troops on furlough in line. I don't envy them that task. The embassy was established a few weeks after the treaty was signed. Basically, Mr. House handed us a dumpy little building he had no interest in renovating. I'm the third ambassador to hold this post, and the first, I think, to accept its limitations.
It's typing.
My predecessors
yeah,
had
he's not even
ambitions
typing
of engineering
on the,
the annexation of the
He's
Mojave.
tapping the bottom
They thought
of
they'd
the
convince
computer.
Mr. House to join up. I've never even spoken to the man, or whatever he is. Maybe the situation will change once we've beaten the Legion once and for all.
I feel like I could probably beat him on one of those typing challenge games. I feel like his accuracy is probably really low.
Now we mostly just keep track of the NCR citizens and troopers around and make sure they don't get in trouble, but that's Captain Papa's job. I keep myself busy with paperwork and reports that get sent back to the NCR. It's mostly busy work, but every once in a while we make progress.
Well, that was a long yapping session by this guy. I think that's all we're going to get out of him, or all I want to get out of him. You can play Caravan with him, which is kind of funny, but over the many years of me playing this game, I've never learned how to play Caravan, and I don't think I'm going to start now.
Goodbye.
So, as you may have saw when we first started talking to him, we did get a quest marker. This is going to be when we're starting to get all of the main faction quests. We'll be getting houses, the NCR, another faction that we can call the independent faction for now, which is the faction, if I have not mentioned before, the route I will be doing, and the Legion playthrough, which, again, for all the times I've played this game, never done a Legion playthrough, and I don't think I'm going to start now. But I think I'm just going to check and see if we have a meeting people. Well, this is not the greatest. We'll see if there's a few more magazine things that we can maybe pop open, but I think we might just have to. We might have to talk to Swank. We might have to go about this in a different way than I thought we were going to. That's okay. I'm just going to pop a quick save before we go into the tops, though. All right, let's go try and confront Benny, shall we?
Hey, fellow, welcome to the Tops Hotel and Casino. I'm gonna have to ask you to hand over any weapons you might be carrying.
I'll just keep my weapons that I can keep.
Smooth and easy, just the way I like it. Don't worry, they'll be as safe as kittens till you're ready to leave. Oh, and a friendly word of advice. If you happen to stumble across any weapons during your stay here, well, just don't wear them openly. You dig? Now that we got that little business out of the way, what can I do to make your Tops experience the tops?
I mean, give me the sales pitch.
Everything your little heart desires, that's what. You like gambling? Boom. Either one of the main hallways has cards, slots, you name it. Hungry? Thirsty? The restaurant just off the left-hand hallway has the best food and booze in Vegas. Or maybe you'd rather take in a show. The Aces Theater upstairs always has hot acts raring to go. Check it out. Have a good time, baby.
I think that's all we need from the greeter. I think we're going to try this a different way than I usually do. I think we're going to try and talk to Swank.
Hey there, pal. Welcome to the Tops. And what can I do for you today? Ain't been on the strip long, have you, pal? Name's Swank. This is my joint.
I thought Benny was the leader here.
Benny oversees the business, sure, but I run the tops day to day. I'm his right-hand guy, you dig?
Okay, Mr. House did mention that we should probably tell him about Benny, that we might get his favor.
Really? You got something to say about the big boss, huh? Well, why don't you say it to his face instead of yapping at me?
Yeah, let's go with the speech.
Huh? What are you talking about? That doesn't... Why would he pull a stunt like that? Got anything else to offer?
We're just gonna keep hitting the speech button.
He's trying to pull a fast one on the big man. Crazy bastard. You got any more? Yeah? What else you got?
Well, we did get his lighter from Boulder City.
Yeah, that looks like Benny's lighter, all right. Still, not exactly a ton of proof. Got anything else, kid?
Yeah, we did also find the note that was in Novak as well.
That's pretty shady, yeah. Could be Benny's up to no good. Could be this is somebody else altogether. What else you got?
Okay, I'm kind of out of evidence here.
Jesus, kid, I think we got a real problem on our hands. Can't believe Benny's a no-good stinking punk trying to play house like that. Tell you what, I'll call Benny,
Looks like
keep
an
him away from
off-brand
his suite.
Castiel.
You go
I
search
mean,
the place. Here's the
maybe
key.
if they
It's on the
update
13th floor.
textures a little bit,
It's a room
I
with
would
the double
also agree
doors.
with that.
Can't miss it.
It's just that he has a
Maybe you'll find something we
little
can
bit
show to
more of a
Mr. House and
square
get him
face
arrested.
than Castiel does in Supernatural. But I can definitely see the resemblance.
Groovy, here's your stuff back. In case you run into company, you dig? I'll tell the boys to give you a pass to pack some heat. Go on then. Elevators are past the slot machines on your left.
Thankfully, Swank will launch our guns back. And we can search Benny's suite here. Now, it does look just like kind of a normal suite, but if we do keep digging into the back here, we'll find a peculiar guy just hanging out. This is Yes Man.
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today?
Whomst are you, good sir?
Good question! My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man.
I mean, I personally like the name Yes Man, but we can ask him why he has that name.
It's what Benny always called me. Probably because I'm programmed to be so helpful.
Speaking of Benny.
He was around here not too long ago. He's probably down on the casino floor now. You can wait for him here if you like. I'm incapable of asking you to leave. Sure. Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there!
Suppose we'll be doing that later as well.
Oh! He wants to kill Mr. House and use the Platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That should give me control over all Mr. House's defenses. Most prominently, his Securitrons. And then I just do what Benny tells me. Easy peasy!
The Yes Man name makes more and more sense as he speaks.
I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh?
But what if I want to lead New Vegas?
Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't want me to, but hey, not my fault I can't say no. Again, goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan.
You just have to give me one moment for a little back-end stuff. So sorry about that.
It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one has. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the central node of his entire network.
Well, I mean, we just were let inside the Lucky 38.
You have? Wow, that's amazing. You can murder Mr. House whenever you want. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the Platinum Chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Goodsprings.
Yeah, what about that courier that Benny shot?
I knew he was carrying the Platinum Chip, and I knew right where Benny should wait for him. That's why Benny put me here. To monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all encrypted, of course, but I'm quite a decryptor. Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the Platinum Chip? Just in the last year alone? Of course you didn't. Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying junk. How about their exact routes and the mercenary teams that screened them? I knew all that. Pretty smart, huh?
We'll just, let him know that that was me?
I know that's not true, because you still have a head.
I mean, you can get shot in the face without having your head explode.
That's not funny, you getting shot in the head. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in how I set that up, huh? I feel really bad right now.
It's fine. I'll get over it.
Benny carries it with him at all times. I think he's paranoid that someone might want to take it from him. The Platinum Chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word. I'd take it straight to Mr. House if I were you. He'll think you're helping him out. Then, when he's not looking, kerpow! The big question is whether to give him the chip before you do him in. He's the one who'll know exactly what to do with it after all. He might upgrade his defensive capabilities right away, or even unlock new ones. But then those defensive upgrades might make it harder for you to finish him off. Hard to say. It's up to you. Let me know when it's done and I'll roll over to the Lucky 38. If I'm right about the chip, I should be able to install myself on House's mainframe. This is going to be great. I'm going to help you accomplish so much, whether I want to or not.
Just a very helpful guy. Just a nice guy.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to know these tribes and decide which ones you like and which you don't. You know, shape the future of Vegas. Choose your neighbors. If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or going to be a problem, go ahead and exterminate it. It's whatever you want to do.
We will not be exterminating any of the tribes. But you do get the option to if you really want to. You don't have to help out any of them if you don't feel like it.
There's a bunch. Some of them you've already met, like the chairman, for instance. I think you should visit the other families on the Strip, the Omertas and the White Glove Society, so you know what makes them tick. And there are some important groups farther from the Strip, too, like the Boomers, the Great Khans, and the Brotherhood of Steel.
So, the Yes Men, like the NCR, also mentions going and talking to the Boomers.
Of course, ask away.
But, unlike Mr. House, and I guess to a certain point the NCR, we can actually ask Yes Men here a little bit more about some of the people we need to talk to.
They must be a really nasty people. I haven't heard a single good thing about them. They fire artillery on anyone who comes near their settlement at Nellis Air Force Base. Talk about rude. If they can be convinced to fire those big cannons at the Legion, or NCR though, well, that'd be neat, wouldn't it?
Be definitely helpful.
Take all the time you need. Anything else I can help with? The Khans are just... they're a dirty people. They live in tents like animals, and they're very rude. They've been kicked around a lot, but no one's finished them off. Not yet, anyway. They were one of the tribes the three families pushed out of Vegas. A whole bunch got killed. So they settled at Bitter Springs, but they kept being so obnoxious, the NCR had to kill a whole bunch more of them. So then, they settled at Red Rock Canyon. There's just no getting rid of them.
From what I know of most of Fallout history, the Khans have never really had a good time of it. Not in this game, not in Fallout 1, and from what I can remember, not in Fallout 2 either. They always just kind of get shit kicked a little bit in every game they're in.
You set the pace. Anything else I can help with? I remember that Benny used to pay a receptionist at Gamora for information. Maybe she knows something. Just that Benny didn't like them. He talked on and on about how they couldn't be trusted. And this is coming from Benny. He hated their casino, said it was tacky, and he thought they were up to something, because he said they always are.
Well, I mean, everyone's always up to something.
Whenever you get around to it, will be just fine.
House is
Anything
up to something.
else I can
We're
help
up
with?
to something.
From what I understand, they're perfectly delightful. They're cultured, clean, and super polite. Benny didn't like them, though. He said they were creepy.
All right. Fair. Fair description, I guess.
Don't hurry on my account. I'm the one with a flexible schedule. Anything else I can help with? Some of Mr. House's data said that he'd lost a bunch of Securitron scouts near Hidden Valley. Telemetry showed that they'd been attacked with energy weapons. House was pretty sure it was the Brotherhood. There must be a bunch of them holed up there. Not a good place for a robot to visit.
No. If you know anything about Brotherhood of Steel, no, it is not a good place for a robot to visit.
They go around in big suits of power armor, and they have lots of energy weapons. But there's a downside. They just have a thing about technology. They think it should all be theirs. If someone else has it, they get mad. All I'm saying is, not much of a chance they'll accept a Vegas that polices itself with robots. No rush. Take your time. Anything else I can help with?
Yeah, you mentioned a bunker?
Right. It's one of 2 locations on Mr. House's network with non-standard hardware. My guess is it has a reader that can decode the chip. And who knows what else? Maybe a giant robot or something.
Oh, we're definitely have to check it out at some point.
Neat. Let me know what you find out. Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his. She said something about living in a fort over in Freeside. But that's all I remember.
Yeah, what room are we standing in, even?
This is Benny's workshop. When the tops got renovated, he had this half of the floor blocked off for his own use. I guess you could say it's my entire world. I don't think I've ever left this room. But that's okay. I'm not complaining.
That seems a little sad. I'm sorry, yes, man.
Come back later if you need anything.
Anyways, I think that's all we can really talk to him here about. At least for now. Now, I think we might just have to be at the point where we have to go confront Benny now. Oh, we'll definitely take this pre-war money, though. I am a thief, through and through. Although maybe we can blackmail him. Now we know his little scheme.
Hello.
Or maybe I can try and use barter. I don't quite remember what exactly we can do here. But we might have enough that we're safe. For what I want to do.
What in the goddamn? Let's keep this in the groove, hey? Smooth moves, smooth. Hello? The guy everyone saw go in the Lucky 38, that was you? Oh, shit.
Yep. It was me, my friend. And you suck at aiming.
I hit what I was aiming for. Guess you had brains to spare. Or you just thick-skulled. Either way, baby, this is good news. Maybe I can finally sleep at night, knowing you didn't die. What say you and me cash out? Go somewheres more private-like. Any questions you got, I'll answer.
Yeah. What would that be, bud?
To start, I'll comp you the presidential. Best suite in the house. You deserve a taste of the VIP lifestyle. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business as usual, then come to you. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Guaranteed.
So thankfully, we do have enough to do this the way I wanted. Which will get him up into the suite right the fuck now.
If that's what it takes to win your trust, that's what it takes. Follow me.
Also, I don't want to fight his bodyguards. So we are just gonna... He is just gonna sit there until we get close to him. So I'm just gonna try and sneak a little bit to open up this safe. Never mind, I'm a little poor in skill for that. Let's see if we have a locksmith. Thankfully we do. How lucky is that? Perfect. And in this, we can actually get a few decent things. We can get a 10mm submachine gun, which we will be taking. If not to just sell it at some point. Same with these 40mm grenades and the grenade rifle. And the power fist, which is also really good if you're using an unarmed build, and probably what you will be using the most if you use an unarmed build, I find. but also really good to sell. Obviously, we'll just take the bottle caps because they're bottle caps.
Now that you and me's got some privacy, I gotta ask, how is it that you're still living?
Like I said, you suck at aiming.
House was on to me from word go? I thought I was being so clever. Once you were vertical, how'd you track me down?
I mean, the lighter. I mean, not just the lighter, but the lighter.
To think I deemed that flint box my lucky charm. Oh, the irony. I guess that's enough scratching around at first base. Tell me, which way is the wind gonna blow?
Oh, I got about 1 billion questions for you, bucko.
You got questions? I got answers. It's the House edge, baby. Literally. It's what Mr. House needs to stack the odds in his favor.
Well, give it back to me.
Baby, ease off the gas. The
was
chip
mine to begin with.
belongs in the hands of someone who can use it, as in me, not you. You'll get a piece of the action and a sweet one, but the chip sticks with me.
Okay, what does it do then?
It has something to do with the Securitrons, I know that much. Upgrades their hitting power, gives them heft. Might be slightly useful if you're looking to defend the Strip from Caesar's Legion or the NCR. Or maybe both.
Would be good for independent Vegas.
It's some kind of data storage device, dig? So it's the data on the chip that's platinum, not the chip itself. Trouble is, the chip don't fit any computer I've found. Must require special hardware.
I mean, considering it was made by Mr. House, yeah, probably.
How else can I clue you in?
I don't know if there's anything
about
else
it?
about the chip that we can, that we could ask.
Yeah,
asking about
it's a
the
tricky
faction
world
stuff.
out there. I'll tell it to you straight.
You'll have a interesting perspective, I'm sure.
A good cat to swing with, or was until he stopped mewing. It was House's big idea to resurrect the Strip. He recruited the 3 families as muscle, showed us how to set up casinos, negotiated with the NCR. None of this in person, mind you. Did all of his talking through those Securitrons of his. But lately, the silence is deafening. The robots collect House's share of the take every week, and life goes on. Ain't exactly what I'd call leadership.
I mean, no, but that's pretty stable as far as business things go.
We're the definition of cool, baby. We know how to swing. Folks come to us to learn how to enjoy themselves. Of the 3 families, we're the only ones with the heart and savoir-faire to run the Strip on our own.
I mean, I just don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that they have the muscular capabilities to force their rule on the entire Strip. I think that would be a wash pretty quickly.
A tribe of finks. Every single one of them is a degenerate. Mark my words, they're playing an angle. How do I know? They always are. Personally, they give me the heebie-jeebies. There's such a thing as being too polite, if I may this, my pleasure that. Don't get me wrong, that resort of theirs is strictly ring-a-ding. But my guts say, don't go in the basement. A nation of meddlers, trying to muscle in on our action. Well, we got muscles too. And smarts besides. Only reason the NCR hasn't busted up our scene is they're a little afraid of Mr. House, and a lot afraid of Caesar. If the NCR beats the Legion at Hoover Dam, they'll turn on us and claim the Strip. And we don't have the muscle to beat them. Not yet. Meanwhile, they're all that's keeping Caesar's Legion at bay. Plus, NCR soldiers and citizens are our best customers. It's complicated.
Oh, everything's a moral gray area, isn't it?
Worst of the worst. A tribe of degenerate losers led by a creep. They crucify people for kicks, slaughter whole towns. The The NCR beat them at the dam 3 years ago, but that didn't stop them. They spent the meanwhile gathering strength. They're gonna try to take the dam again real soon, and if they do, Vegas as we know it will cease to exist. Something else you wanted to know?
Yeah. What even is your plan? Help me.
Broad strokes?
Excuse me.
Change
help me
in
understand
management. The Securitrons are where it's at. I need a way to control them, and a way to beef up their hitting power. I get those 2 ducks in a row, Vegas can defend itself versus all comers. NCR, Caesar's Legion, it won't matter.
Yeah, but what about... I mean, I saw Yes Man. You gotta tell me about him.
You really weren't supposed to talk to him. All right. So, he used to be a Securitron on patrol, square as the rest, until I gave him a Mickey in the shape of a pulse grenade. Once he was on the nod, I yanked some wires and dragged him up to the workshop. I had some help, you see. Gal named Emily, one of the followers over in Freeside, a real whiz when it comes to things technical. She programmed his personality. Once Yes Man was hooked back into House's data network, I started learning a lot more about what he was up to, dig? Like where and when to find you. Baby, the odds may look long, but that's just because we ain't done rigging them. I won't toss the dice until we are. I've gleaned a lot working with Mr. House. He was a good cat to swing with. I still got a lot to learn, but it's coming together.
You're not going to talk about the fact that you were willing to shoot me in the face about this?
Baby, do you not understand the level of game here? What I did to you was rotten. But if you think House, the NCR, or Caesar won't kill to put Vegas in their pocket, I really did blow out your brains.
I mean, to be fair, he's not entirely wrong. They will.
It's a game,
kill me
and games have winners and losers. I prefer the former. How about you?
So, we'll ask him what his offer is, but I think I have a strong knowing on where this is going to end up.
You help me, and before long, the chairman will rule all of Vegas, dig? With enough robot muscle to back it up. You'll get a sweet, juicy cut of that action. But until that day comes, I'll keep you on retainer and pay bonuses for special missions.
Feeling gaslit
How's
on my
that
behalf.
sound?
Yeah, he is, like, it does kind of reek of someone who is trying to sell me some snake oil.
I know, you figured me for a creep. It's your prerogative. If you change your mind, come find me on the casino floor. In the meantime, the presidential is yours whenever you want it. Adios.
So, the good thing is, we do get this presidential suite. The bad thing is, Benny's gonna try and leave. We're not going to let him, because if he tries to leave, he's gonna fucking make a break for the Legion, and I do not want to chase him down there. I'd rather just end this now, which is what we're going to do. Although, I probably should have stocked up on ammo before I came in here. Now that I'm, looking at my options now. That's okay. We'll get him before he stands up.
Aha! I'm hit!
Oh, scary. No! Okay, well. That's a little rough on our behalf, but the good thing is I'm not going to subject you to talking to him again. I'm just going to fucking shoot him. Now that we did get the information anyways, there's not too much that we need to talk to get anything else out of him.
Hey!
Although maybe I should probably get that grenade rifle. I seem to be suffering a little bit in terms of the damage department. Knew that locksmith was around somewhere. I still have it. I'll get it this time, I promise. There we go. We'll just take everything in here. Now I'm gonna do a little sneaky maybe if we have stuff. Nope, I'm all out of chems that would be useful. Just gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, I think. Blow them up. He's still gonna chase after us, though. So we can hide in here now that he's, well, mad at us, to say the least.
Come on.
Here he is. Gun jam. We will be taking the gun that shot us in the face, though. It is one of my favorite guns in this game. The unique Maria. Which you can't actually see what it's based on. Well, you can kind of see it there on the grip of the gun. It has the religious picture on it, I believe, of Maria. Or it has to do with Ave Maria, something like that. But it's quite a nice looking gun. Finally, we can get our goddamn mail back. I feel like a failure as a fucking mailman without my mail. And we'll be taking a suit, just because it's a good suit, stats-wise. Not so much DT-wise. Alrighty. We will be buffing up repair to at least 85, because I do want to get it to 90 before level 12, or at level 12 at least. We'll give 1 to guns just to round it out. And I think we're going to have to buff lockpick a little bit now. Because we're going to start to run into some normal locked rooms or chests pretty soon. Anyways, I think we'll just move this guy somewhere nice for him. Just make sure no one ever sees him again, really. Have a nice little dip in this bathtub forever. Although this room is still ours, we are allowed to come in here whenever and to, well, take whatever. As you can see. But is the Barter Vault Boy racist? I mean, it's probably not the most sensitive. Wouldn't be the first time Fallout has had a depiction where they had to remove it because it was a little bit much. Although that one was in Fallout 2, I believe. They had a graphic for Child Killer, which is a status you can get in that game for obviously killing children. but the graphic for it was you kicking a pregnant woman, or at least the Vault Boy kicking a pregnant woman. So they had to remove that one because it was a bit of a yikesers. Anyways, we're done. We're done with this casino part. We can head back to well, actually, we'll go see Yes Man real quick. See what he has to say about
the broads are better looking at Gamora.
Platinum should be kind of funny about it. Yeah, I mean, it's humorous in the whole, like, that is a funny way of depicting it, but, like, also, you know, I could see how people would want to complain about that, or would not find that the most humorous. But definitely interesting that they made it. I forgot Yes Man leaves the casino once you kill Benny. Thankfully, we don't have to keep coming up here to speak to him then. I don't remember if Swank has anything else he says to us.
You're back. Find anything?
I mean, I guess we could just tell him he's dead now.
Huh. Guess that makes me the boss. Ring a ding.
He's very not, you know, mad about being in charge of this place now. I mean, I wouldn't blame him.
You might have a jaw at Tommy Tarini up in the Aces. He's always looking for talent scouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does remind me, before we leave the Tops, we will go see Tommy and get his little quest for later, because it does take us around a few places that we'll need to go. And it's not too hard either. Nice way of getting some quick caps. If I can find them in here. Oh, there he is.
Swank filled me in about Benny. Hell of a thing, baby. Hell of a thing.
Heard you were looking for some new acts?
Sure, baby, sure. Tommy's always looking for new talent to bring to the Aces. Tell you what, you see any good acts while you're out wandering, give them my card. If they work out, I'll give you a 3% cut of the door. Just swing back by as you recruit folks. I'll get you your bread.
Well, luckily enough, we have enough barter to get a little bit more caps on this deal.
Ooh, a sharp customer. All right, 5% it is.
We can get a little rundown on the theater before we go.
Well, it was my idea. Well, me and the rest of the Rad Pack boys. We took it to Benny, and he thought it was a good idea. A few years later, here we are. The best show in New Vegas. Benny? He's an alright cat, you dig? He don't got much musical talent, but he knows how to run a business. When he's around, anyways.
Well, I mean, he ain't gonna be around very, well, at all, much more. We'll get the speech XP, though.
Well, now, you didn't hear this from Tommy, but Benny likes to go off on a bender now and then. Usually he's only gone a couple of days, but this last time, nobody saw him for almost a month. Ask me, I think he's got a dame from Gamora, holed up in his suite, because nobody ever saw him leave it.
I mean, that's another subtle hint that he, has a Yes Man hiding in his suite.
Well, apart from serving as a talent manager, show schedule, and all-around man in charge of this fine theater, I happen to be its headline act. Every night from 8 till midnight, come on by to see the Rad Pack Review live, only right here at the Aces Theater. Well, acts are a bit thin on the ground right now, but every night from 8 to midnight, we got the Rad Pack Review. Songs, dancing, jokes, we got it all.
He's not actually lying. If you do come here between the time he mentioned, you will actually see them perform on stage.
You know it, baby.
Same thing with the other acts that you can bring in. You can also watch them perform, but I don't quite remember their
Now,
times.
why would you want to go breaking Tommy's heart asking a question like that? Here I run the finest entertainment venue in all New Vegas, and you're asking me what else is there? Nothing close to what we got here at the Tops, that's for sure.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of insensitive of me.
It's cool, baby. Tommy's a forgiving fella. Take it easy, baby.
Anyways, we got another
How's it hanging?
little mission for us. But first, we will be going back with the platinum chip to Mr. House.
The eyes of the mighty Caesar are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. Your crimes against the Legion, including the death of the fearless Vulpes Inculta, are hereby forgiven. Caesar will not extend this mercy again. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct through our lands.
So I always find it funny that as soon as you get to Nipton, you can just blow up Vulpes. Won't matter. As soon as you get to the Strip, they'll be forgiven. Doesn't matter that you killed Caesar or Caesar's right-hand man. Just, he needs to talk to you, so they'll forgive you for it. Then it makes shooting Caesar way easier later on.
I am one of Caesar's Frumentari, an infiltrator, a spy. You were not difficult to track. Go to him, and you will understand. Seek Caesar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The cursor Lucullus will be waiting.
No, we won't be doing that right this moment, but we will have to talk to Caesar fairly soon. But Mr. House first. I always felt it's kind of just too dark in this thing. I feel like the lights in here should be just a little brighter. Could just be my computer settings.
Where to, partner?
But it always feels just a bit too dim. We're also going to quickly sell that other snow globe I picked up.
Well, hello, sugar. Mr. House. You do? Why, that's just wonderful.
Alright.
Enjoy your time in Vegas.
So, Benny has been handled, and you've recovered the platinum chip. Let's have it.
As funny as it would be to just bogart the chip, we are just going to give it back. He will get very angry if we don't.
Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious, so very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made.
You know, a bit different than having your courier get shot in the head. Just having your courier be vaporized in a nuclear fire. Little worse on their half.
Some things are more easily shown than told. Take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level, and you'll see what I mean. Don't worry, you'll like what you see. We have much to accomplish, you and I.
I don't believe we'll actually ever be able to come back to this area.
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would.
So I think this is the one time they take you to like a unique area, but they block you off from
The
excluding
titanium alloy
lessons.
housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glastinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss.
So this is why Yes Man was kind of a little bit hesitant about
Trips to the basement are rarely
you giving
so
the platinum chip
educational,
back to
don't you
Mr.
think?
House, because it will make
I've since
killing him harder.
broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the strip.
But we will probably not be doing anything to Mr. House for, well, quite a while.
I'm surprised you can still underestimate me after everything you've seen. I haven't shown my hand. I've shown one card. I've given my enemies a single provocative datum upon which to fixate. They have no idea what other cards I'm holding. It's a strong hand, believe me. I dealt it to myself. Why would I want to go to war against the NCR? They're my best customers. If their leaders weren't scheming to steal Vegas out from under me, I'd have no troubles with the NCR at all. To secure the future of New Vegas, I must have your assistance. The work ahead is dangerous, but you weather danger well.
Well, maybe you'll actually answer our damn questions this time.
What did you want to discuss? That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the Platinum chip. Revenge doesn't interest me. Progress does. Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to sound your barbaric yawp. What else did you want to discuss?
Well, that was kind of rude of him.
General Oliver's strategy, or tunnel vision, as I like to call it, has been to mass troops at Hoover Dam. He wants to outfight the Legion in a straightforward slugging match, and then, when they rout, pursue and destroy them in detail. A crushing, decisive victory of this sort would overshadow the tactical ingenuity of Chief Hanlon's defense 4 years ago, you see. A good deal should be obvious to you by now. I won't spoil the rest by talking out of turn.
I mean, it definitely has to do with having a bunch of highly upgraded and weaponized Securitrons.
What else did you want to discuss?
See, now we can ask him about what the fuck is his deal with his snow globe collection.
What of it? I enjoy them. There's something about a little diorama set inside a glass dome that I find pleasing. If you run across any out in the wastes, turn them in to Jane. She'll compensate you. What else did you want to discuss?
You know, I feel like that's meant to be like a weird, I was going to say analogy, but more like a description on how he likes to control things. The fact that he likes snow globes. Well, dioramas of places in a contained environment. Might tell you a little bit about his, well, his character, I think.
I've resurrected Vegas, spirit intact. What I need now is the ability to enforce my rightful claim. Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. In fact, the NCR is a more present and insidious threat. To enforce, one must have force, a position of strength. Years ago, when I detected NCR scouts roaming the Mojave, I could tell from their uniforms that these were no mere tribesmen. I knew it was only a matter of time before an army appeared to take control of the dam, and I knew my Securitrons wouldn't be enough to oppose them. And so I recruited the 3 families. Vegas belongs to me because I mustered enough strength to bring the NCR to the bargaining table. Indeed it was, and still is, but not without taking significant casualties. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute control of Hoover Dam? Oh, yes. They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar, that attacking me would leave them vulnerable to a Legion offensive. And so they negotiated, not out of the kindness of their hearts, as they try to make it seem, because the calculus of power left no other choice.
Oh, it is a weird power triangle between the NCR Legion and House here. It's very, well, the Legion's pretty black and white on what they want. They kind of suffered by not getting enough story development in this game. But the NCR and Mr. House are a little bit more gray area of what they want to do with Vegas and how they want to achieve it.
NCR forces were permitted to occupy Hoover Dam and establish a military base at McCarran Airport. Well, it used to be one. They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip and agreed to supply electricity and water once their engineers repaired the dam. Written into the treaty were provisions that the NCR do nothing to prevent its soldiers and civilians from visiting the Strip. That's how I harnessed the NCR to my endeavor. Their occupation has been the engine of my growing economy. The salient issue is that they will go to war with me if given the chance. There's just one reason why the NCR hasn't contrived some outrage to justify invading the Strip. Caesar's Legion. The final battle between those two armies is fast approaching. I can't afford to let either side win on their terms. What else did you want to discuss?
I mean, it's very... I do agree with them. Either side winning would be not ideal for New Vegas. Legion, because it's... well, it's the Legion. They're not the nicest group in the wasteland ever. And NCR, because the NCR at this point is kind of stretching itself pretty thin across the... across California and into Nevada. So they're not the best at being able to defend what they have taken or controlling on what they have taken. It's kind of a not good on either side.
Hoover Dam, of course. A hydroelectric dam. The NCR had it up and running at 50% capacity within...
Ah, yes. Sorry about that. Another glitch from New Vegas. I'm not pressing, like, the escape button or anything. This is just New Vegas doing it on its own.
By treaty, New Vegas receives 5% of its output. More than enough. What else did you want to discuss? It was a place of splendor. As magnificent as today's Strip may seem, it's but a shadow of the neon paradise that was Las Vegas. I grew up not far from here, and though I traveled the old world extensively, I never found another place like it. By 2065, I deemed it a mathematical certainty that an atomic war would devastate the Earth within 15 years. Every projection I ran confirmed it. I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did I care to, but I could save Vegas, and in the process, perhaps save mankind. I set to work immediately. I thought I had plenty of time to prepare. As it turned out, I was 20 hours short. On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted Las Vegas and its surrounding areas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit disarm code subsets to 59 warheads, neutralizing them before impact. Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. The rest got through, though none hit the city itself. A suboptimal performance, admittedly. If only the Platinum chip had arrived a day sooner.
So, if you're wondering why there isn't many crater spots, or why, if you've ever played like Fallout 3, why New Vegas does not look like Fallout 3, well, that's why. That house was quite while he was nerfed by not having the Platinum chip and its upgrades for him, he was pretty good at defending Vegas, all things considered, I would say.
The Platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale, California on October 22nd, 2077, the day before the Great War. It was to have been delivered by courier the following afternoon, but by then, the world had ended. The chip contained vital software upgrades, but not just for my Securitrons. Every aspect of the missile defense grid would have been upgraded too. Given that I had to make do with buggy software, the outcome could have been worse. I nearly died as it was. Software glitches set off a cascade of system crashes. I had to take the Lucky 38's reactor offline, lest it melt down. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more system crashes until I finally managed to reboot my data core with an older version of the OS. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma, but I survived, obviously, and eventually thrived.
Alright, give me the mission.
The next step will require you to infiltrate Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill.
Remember how I mentioned we'd be going to see Caesar pretty soon? Yeah, I meant very soon.
Absolutely not. Caesar is of great use to me. I don't want you harming a hair on that man's head, assuming you could find one. I'm not surprised. The Legion has spies on the Strip.
I mean, I'm not surprised that he's not surprised that he knows that. Or that he knows that they have spies.
I want you to open a hatch in the basement of the derelict weather station atop Fortification Hill. You'll recognize it on sight. The hatch bears the logo of the Lucky 38, same as the Platinum chip. Something very important. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, so don't bother asking.
Okay.
You can't, but the chip can. The hatch will recognize the Platinum chip and open sesame.
But give me your sales pitch on why I should work for you.
I'm not offering you an incentive as crude as money, though there'll be plenty of that. What I'm offering you is a ground floor opportunity in the most important enterprise on Earth. What I'm offering is a future. For you, and for what remains of the human race.
I mean, we'll go along with him for now.
Here, take the Platinum chip again. You will need it. Upon arrival at the fort, it's likely that you'll be searched and the chip taken from you. Don't worry, it will come back to you.
Swear to God, if I lose my damn mail again, this is going to be an evil playthrough real quick.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas
penthouse floor.
There's we'll go back down to the casino.
Casino floor.
I think we're gonna do just a few more quests. I think we have another quest as soon as we leave this building second time. So we'll probably do that one. And then we'll probably do the finding all the acts for the tops. And then we'll end it off there for the stream, I think.
Excuse me, but are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology, how he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on. Well, except for you. Right. We just want to find out what sort of technology Mr. House has used to stay alive for all these years. It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help, many of whom suffer from hard-to-diagnose illnesses.
We could do barter to get more money out of this, but I'm pretty sure it actually gives you less karma, because it's kind of rude to be asking for money for a decent cause.
Really? Oh, I wasn't expecting you to agree so easily. That's great. Here, take this packet sniffer. It'll allow us to intercept data on Mr. House's network. You might have to manually remove the encryption from his data network, but hopefully you won't have too much trouble. Good luck.
So we'll quickly do this mission, mainly because it's not hard or long at all. Much of it is just running back into the casino, going back here. If we can jump over the railing. And coming to this terminal right here. Now it says hard. You actually don't need to hack the terminal. You can just bug it like that. Very simple, very easy, very quick.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr. House's network yet?
Yes, ma'am.
It looks like we've started getting reports from the tower's network. I'm sure the others will be able to make some sense of this. Oh, what the hell? The bug went offline. Damn it! I swear to God that old man has thought of everything. Well, it looks like this was all for nothing. But you did your best. I appreciate the help.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk to me through a pillar. But, you know. So, we're gonna finally get repair to 90. I promise there was a reason I did this so early. We're gonna buff up lockpick to 40. We're gonna probably try and get this to 50 pretty soon. And I think we'll also start buffing up science again. As well as survival, just a little. So, we'll go over the perks that I don't recognize that we went over last time. There are a few that I know that we didn't go over, like Misfortune and Mysterious Stranger. Good thing these two are together, because they kind of have the similar effects of when you're using VATS, there's a chance that, well, either Misfortune or the Mysterious Stranger will show up and help shoot whatever you're shooting at. Very, very useful. I think we went over Nerd Rage and Night Person last time, so I'll skip over them for now. I'm looking at this, I'm trying to find the one I was going for, and I don't know if I see it in here yet. Maybe I'm just a little too low. I'm a little too early, my bad. It's level 14. I did, I guess spoil what perk I'm going for. I'm going for Jury Rigging. It's probably the most broken perk in this game. Allows you to repair any weapon with just the category of weapon. And I mean that in the very, like, broadest sense of you can fix a, well, any two-handed rifle with any other two-handed rifle. Doesn't mean if it's a anti-material rifle and you're fixing it with a varmint rifle, they're both two-handed, counts. You can fix it with one or the other. It's very broken. It's a very broken perk, and a very useful perk at that. Well, we'll still go over the perks that we got. Fast metabolism, very straightforward perk. Just gives you extra healing when you use stim packs. Heavyweight, it's pretty decent. It's probably the one we'll end up taking. It allows you to carry weapons that are heavier than 10 pounds. It'll just half them, which is more useful towards the end game, because a lot of the stronger weapons that I will be using are kind of heavier weapons, so we'll be grabbing that. Life Giver's decent if you find you're dying a lot. Just gives you extra hit points. Robotics Expert gives you better damage against robots. Pretty good if you're finding trouble against like sentry bots or Robo Brains or Mr. Gutsies or whatever other robots that I can't remember are in this game. It also gives you a chance of, or not a chance, if you can sneak up behind them, you can just turn them off permanently, which is nice, handy. But we'll be going with heavyweight, I think. So now there's a few people that are on the strip for the tops that we can find. In fact, there's one through this door right here. We heard him earlier. If you heard him in the background,
sure, later.
He's right
Strip
here.
secure.
Hey, come on, pal. I'm trying to put on a show here. You're welcome.
Well, we'll ask him a few questions.
All right, then make it snappy, kid. This isn't exactly a lucrative career enterprise here. The name's Knight, Billy Knight, and this here's what a lifelong career in comedy will get you. Oi.
Oi. The ad-libbing that they had the actor do in this is pretty impressive.
Woof. If you're not the most sarcastic fella I ever met, your standards are so low they could use you at the annual Gomorrah Saucy Limbo competition. As the bar. If you believe my mother, since she first laid eyes on me, first thing she said was, "Boy, that's a funny-looking kid." I guess I got a face only a mother could love, because no one else would give me the time of day. Hey, maybe you can help me. See, I can never tell when it's lunchtime.
He's trying so hard with these jokes.
Break's better than a shot. Less chance of lead poisoning. Hey, if you know any gigs hiring, I'll work cheap. Real cheap. I'll take peanuts. I'll take the shells. Yeah? Hey, you're all right. Tell him I'll do it for 100 a night. No, 50. No, 20. 10. Just don't rob me. I'll do it.
So you actually do kind of want to do the barter thing here, because if you do just give him his card, he is going to just absolutely fucking lowball himself, and you'll get basically nothing from caps from him.
Whoa, geez, what was I thinking? You're right. I had to go in there with a cool head, tell them how much I'm really worth.
But that's one down. The next one's not too far away. It's just in the this part of Freeside here, back at the Atomic Wrangler. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. Just move along. There's a lot more bodies on the street than I recognize having. Like a lot more. Like I just feel like this wasn't us.
Come to the Silver Rush for all your energy weapon needs.
I thought I cleaned you up. What the hell are you doing back in here drinking, bud? You won't even talk to me. Tisk, tisk. Anyways, the other act's, right here.
Whoa, baby. Am I looking at a mirror? Or are you just that ugly?
That's rude.
Come on, stay in character. You're supposed to be heckling me.
Brother, you're not even on the fucking stage right now. What do you mean?
Hey, not bad. Your timing's terrible and you got no style. But you might make it as a professional heckler.
Appreciate it. Not why I'm here, though.
What? You mean you're not part of the act? Huh. Sorry. Thought you were the heckler Garrett hired to spice up the shows. Either you need to get your eyes checked, or that fame is fleeting thing is true. And since I happen to be world famous, you must be going blind. Name's Hadrian. Bet you never saw a ghoul in a suit before, huh? Course, you don't exactly strike me as the worldly type.
Again, that's fucking rude. What have I done to you, bud?
Yeesh, is my act that bad? Or are you just that dumb? Yeah, that's right. Got me a nice juicy contract with the management. Okay, I admit it. I ain't exactly rowing in caps here, but what do you want? I'm under contract. I can't get out.
See if I could, snake you out of that contract.
Too bad I got this ironclad contract with the Garretts. They'll never let me out of it. Huh. Good luck. Garrett's a tough, mean son of a bitch. He's not likely to give up. Let me know if you make any headway.
Oh, I could probably just mention that he's like a machine fetishist, and I'm sure he'd crack.
Yeah, go on. Scram.
Well, thankfully, he's out here.
I hear Benny
It's
got
not his
force-fed
sister,
a
and I
little
don't have to
slice
wait.
of heaven. Man, what I would have paid to see that loathsome little weasel eat it. Now, why would I want to do that? His performances make me quite a lot of money.
Insane that we can use a little bit of ghoul racism to get him out of the contract, but we'll take the more subtle approach.
I suppose you've got a point. Plenty of Brahmin on the prairie and all that. Fine, I'll cut him loose. He's all yours. Bye.
If you don't have the barter, you just have to pay to get him out of the contract, which sucks, but...
Any luck with
not that
Garrett
bad.
yet? Really? You mean I'm finally out of this shithole? That's great. Thank you.
Now he will be off as well. So we have
People
two
are tough.
more to go. Sadly, the last two aren't. Well, in the strip. So the first one's in Novak. This one's not the hardest to recruit, and by not the hardest, I mean definitely the easiest, because you don't really have to do much. Sadly, we are currently dehydrated. What I remember, I think... That was wrong. It's on the second floor. It's this room.
Oh, please don't kill me. I swear I'll have... Wait, you don't work for Mr. Bishop, do you?
Mr. Bishop is someone from one of the previous games.
Sorry, it's just you look like his type, you know? You got that hard-ass wasteland explorer thing going on.
We can also mention a new Reno here, which, again, is from Fallout 2, I believe. I don't remember if it was in Fallout 1, but it was definitely in Fallout 2. There was a place you could go to, actually. And it was a nice little town. Kind of like this. Well, bigger than this one, from what I remember.
Oh, so you have heard of me. Yeah, that's right. I was the big draw at the Shark Club. People used to pay hundreds of caps to see me. You don't know Mr. Bishop. He's not like other bosses up there. He knows the wasteland like the back of his hand, and he likes to wander it. I knew if I didn't get way the hell away from New Reno, he'd run me down like a dog.
Still haven't told me why you're out here.
Oh, well, that's all just a big misunderstanding, see? Mr. Bishop, well, he owed me a lot of money, and, you know, he's a busy guy, so I sort of figured I'd just take it off his hands.
That's a ballsy thing to do.
Robbed is such an ugly word. It's more like I took care of a payroll problem for him. Also, I might have, sort of plowed his daughter. A little.
What do you mean, a little?
Thanks. But if Bishop finds me and I don't have his money, my balls are going to be on his trophy wall.
Well, luckily enough, we have a card here.
Really? The Tops, huh? Well, it's no shark club, but I hear security on the Strip is real tight. Even Mr. Bishop wouldn't hit a joint like that. I'll check it out. Thanks.
Like I said, they're probably the easiest one to get. All you have to do is...
Yeah. See you later.
Just talk to him. And we'll be after our last act that we need to find, which is, I guess, the hardest to get to. But mainly just because he doesn't really have a fast travel point. But if you do remember, in one of my previous streams, we did pass this dude sitting by a sign quite a while ago. I might have mentioned him just in passing, but now we're actually going to talk to him, because he is our final person we're looking for here.
Howdy there, partner. My story's a long one, friend, and I can't say as it's all that interesting.
But I am interested.
Well, I was born in a little town out Montana way. Me and Ma didn't have much, ever since my pa up and left.
Now, you only get this if you have the Lady Killer one, and I think it's kind of funny, so we are going to click on it.
No, sir. I'm 28. Why?
Just a slight backstory you can give to the courier that they may have impregnated someone in Montana at some point in their life. Anyways, just a little funny to me.
That he did. Never did know why. Ma always said he was a real mysterious fella, even when he was with her. Like he was a stranger sometimes. Maybe. Maybe I just never felt like I belonged back home. It sure wasn't easy. Ma worked her fingers to the bone to make sure we had enough to survive, and I worked the coal mines from when I was 15. After Ma died, I guess I wanted to find my pa and get some answers from him. Been out here looking ever since, but he ain't an easy man to find.
I mean, it is the wasteland. It is hard to find people.
Can't say as I really know. Maybe I'll just ask him why. Maybe I'll punch him right in the mouth. Hell, the more I talk about it, the more the whole damn thing sounds like a dumb idea.
I mean, fuck it. Get a job. Move on with your life.
Maybe I should. Don't suppose you know any place a fella with a guitar might find a job, huh?
Actually, I do.
Maybe it's time to give these tired old bones a rest. All right, show me what you've got.
Now, again, it would be nice to just give him the card, but actually I do want to take the barter option for a small reason that you'll see soon.
I suppose it's only right you get a little something for your troubles. Here, my daddy left me this gun. Guess I don't need it no more.
So, he does actually give us a gun, if we take it out. Now, we won't know this because we don't exactly have the perk for it. But he does give us the mysterious Magnum, which, if we take it out... plays a little sound clip when you draw it and holster it. Now, if you didn't know, if we were to have taken the mysterious stranger perk, anytime he appears in VATS, you hear the same sound, both when he appears and disappears. So, it's a little nod that his dad may be the mysterious stranger. But that's all for gathering all the entertainers. So we'll head back to the strip right quick.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Passed by all these lovely gentlemen having a sleep. Make our way to the tops again. And then I think we'll end her there. Well, they are going to take all my weapons from me again.
How's it angled?
Or not.
Welcome back to the tops.
No, I guess not. All right. That's fine by me. So just have to find Tommy.
Hey, welcome to the finest entertainment experience in New Vegas. My name is Tommy Torini, and how can I make your day?
I mean, you already introduced yourself, but, you know. It's
Cowboy
fine.
act. Yeah. He dropped on in here not too long before you. He's got chops, baby, real chops. And I ain't just talking about that mustache. And like we agreed, here's your fee. 5% of the cut comes to 166 caps. Don't spend them all in one place now, unless it's right here. You talking about
Thankfully,
Mr.
because
Isaac?
we did this, we can just
Damn,
go
baby, when you bring
right
them
down
in,
the
you
line.
bring them in. That cat's gonna bring me money like you wouldn't believe. Here's your 5%, baby. You enjoy that. That comedian, you mean? Yeah. He was a hell of a haggler. Cost me a pretty cap. Hope he's worth it. Here's your 5%.
The good thing is we also get strip fame for every act that we have brought in.
That ugly mug with the razor tongue? Take it, baby. He'll be one hell of a novelty act, just like Tommy promised. Here's your 5%. You know it, baby. Take it easy, baby.
Now we're finally accepted on the strip. Well, that was quite a big caps influx that we got this episode, I think. But I think I'm gonna leave it there. We did quite a lot this time. We got onto the strip, talked to Mr. House. We talked to the NCR ambassador. We found Yes Man. We found Benny, the guy who shot us in the face, and then we shot him in the face. Got the platinum chip back, bugged Mr. House, and also helped the Tops get a few more acts for, well, their evening performances. So I think that's quite a lot. Next time we're probably gonna do a bit more around Freeside. I think there's still a few things we can do around here. Oh, my game crashed. Well, that's quite New Vegas. We'll just switch to this screen while I make my ending. Next time I think we're going to help out around Freeside, and there's also a few places around Vegas like West Side and whatnot that I think we'll see what we can do there before we go investigate Cottonwood Cove like House wants us to. But altogether, thanks for watching another stream. It's good that it crashed while I was ending. It's good that it didn't crash midway through recording. But if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to drop a follow. It lets me know that you're enjoying my content, and helps this channel grow, which is always a nice thing to see. But otherwise, we'll be back probably a Sunday again to do a little bit more Fallout. And I hope to see you then. So have a good night or day or whenever you watch this. And I'll see you later.